It's 8:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. There are renewed calls today for a study into the potential health impacts from the bad smell which is lingering around Rutherford. Residents say they want to know for certain whether the odour is harmful. The Herald reports the Environment Protection Authority knew back in 2011 the community had concerns, but still hasn't carried out a study. We could soon see greater economic ties between the Hunter and Europe. There's a push for our region to increase trade links with the European Union and to capture a greater slice of an $80 billion market. Regional Development Australia's Hunter manager Todd Williams says the aim is to create jobs and boost prosperity. It's part of the federal government's innovation statement in a bid to pull Australia into line with the rest of the world. Australian Industry Group CEO Innes Willox says the move is aimed at restructuring the economy away from mining.
We hope that we're able to attract entrepreneurial talent to Australia through things like an innovation visa to allow them to come to Australia so that their ideas can be developed here and that can generate the growth for the future.
Efforts are being made to reduce the number of crashes on Raymond Terrace Road at Millers Forest. An 80 km/h zone will be extended by a further 800 metres, while a 100 km/h limit is being reduced to 90. Roads and Maritime Services hopes it will make it safer for drivers and pedestrians. The state government has committed $60,000 to improving pedestrian accessibility at the Pacific Highway and Cohiba Road intersection. The Charlestown plan is expected to deliver 4 pedestrian ramps and adjustments to footpaths over the next few weeks. Hunter Region Roads and Maritime Services Manager Anna Zeki says motorists should expect delays.
Those driving on the road in that area will have some minor delays with traffic and the 40 kilometre speed limit, and we just ask that they're patient with the work while it's carried out. It'll be done for about 2 weeks during that period from Monday the 7th of December.
The Hunters' 5 federal politicians have spent nearly $1 million between them in the first 6 months of this year. New figures show Liberal Patterson MP Bob Baldwin had the largest expenses bill of $267,000. He says during that time he was the Parliamentary Secretary for the Environment, which meant lots of travelling to regional areas. Salamander Bay's commercial hub is set to be expanded, with Port Stephens Council pledging to move ahead with a development plan for land surrounding the shopping district. The proposal would mean improved opportunity for businesses looking to move into the area, as well as improved traffic flow and public transport access. Council's Property Services Section Manager Glenn Bunny says there's potential for retail and business growth.
We've now got a plan and a funding model and some commitment from end users, which allows us to go through to this first stage of development, which will also include the remedial works to the intersections in the road and the traffic network in that local environment. So it'll bring some high quality retail and other activity to the site and create that economic driver and some bit of action in there.
Sport, thanks to our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club.
Newcastle Jets midfielder Leonardo will be likely nursing an ongoing knee injury for the rest of the season. He's been restricted to playing in just 6 out of a possible 9 games since joining the club. Coach Scott Miller says the 9-day turnaround the club has this week should ensure the Brazilian recruit runs out next Sunday against Melbourne City.
So next week, he's obviously got a long layoff. We can look after him and manage him with a view to play next week.
Former Newcastle Knights Chief Executive Steve Burriston believes the funding increase to NRL clubs could allow the Knights to flourish under community ownership. Clubs are set to receive an extra $1.5 million from next year, and annual grants will cover 130% of player payments from 2018. The Knights are currently under interim NRL management. Finally, in cricket, Newcastle District leaders University have been beaten by Toronto Workers. Toronto bowled University out just 10 runs short of their total of 182, with New South Wales country all-rounder Joe Price taking 4 wickets to lead the Toronto attack. To NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.